Hi Leo, I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is Knight of Cups. And Four of Wands. The way that Knight of Cups is looking at Four of Wands, so Knight of Cups is when we're making moves, when it's connected with what we're feeling from a very genuine place. You can be thinking about how you're feeling and maybe how you want to take action in connection with that. Looking at the Four of Wands, this is thinking about, it can be thinking about a relationship, it can be thinking about a home situation, it can be thinking about things that are going on within your life that you are connected with. These are things that are meant to be balanced, so there can be something about that that's coming up and steps that are taken. Very practical steps that are being taken. So this can be like, I'm building a relationship, or I'm building a home life right now, or I'm building harmony within my life, or I'm building a solid foundation right now. I'm taking steps and I'm doing that, and I'm doing it because on an emotional level, this is something that I want and it aligns with that. And then also, like physically, this is what I want to be experiencing. It's worth me putting the effort in order to do that. And then I'm seeing Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords can be some tricky thoughts that you are dealing with that are potentially impacting a process that you're going through. I'm seeing Two of Cups and I'm seeing Nine of Cups, so there's definitely a desire for things to be together. Two of Cups can be a close relationship that you have. Nine of Cups can say, I really, really want this. I want to be together with this person. I want to feel at one with myself. I want to feel at one with this person. I want that more than anything. Four of Wands is going to be like, I want stability within my life. Maybe I want stability and harmony within the marriage. It can be within the relationship with myself, within the relationship with this person, or I want it to feel like peaceful at home can be part of this too. So yeah, Two of Cups and Nine of Cups, I'd say, is this desire to have that intimacy and closeness with yourself, and also you can be craving to experience that with this person as well. Like sort of this feeling of wanting to hold them close. And wanting things to be balanced. When it comes to you working with the stuff that goes on mentally, so I feel like what's going on here is that you know what you want. There are steps that have to be taken in order to do that. You sort of know what those steps are. At the same time, you can feel like you're working with your shadow in a very major way here. And your shadow is something that like can convince you to do things that then you do it and you're like, well, that wasn't what I wanted. But it comes more from a place that still lacks awareness within us. That's why it's called the shadow. It's like stuff that consciousness hasn't fully been brought to, and it can be a part of you that may self-deceive sometimes. It can be a part of you that may not be totally honest with this person. Sometimes it can be a part of you that may create separation, even if it's on a like less conscious level. And with the Seven of Swords, this can be your shadow coming up, and Four of Cups underneath it. You can be feeling tired because of that. You can be feeling fatigued because of that. So this can be something where you feel like it's hard to do this type of work, this type of mental and spiritual work. So Two of Cups, Nine of Cups is, I want to feel together with myself. I want to feel together with this person. I want to feel close with myself. I want to feel close with this person. I want to feel that sense of intimacy. Then having Four of Swords is going to be about resting. It's going to be about recovering. It's going to be stilling, relaxing, recharging. And having that Four of Cups next to it can show that there's a feeling of being tired. It can be a feeling of being exhausted. To me, the Seven of Swords is kind of feeling like the devil on your shoulder at times, and you can just be feeling very tired from working with that part of yourself. It can be something that you find to be quite exhausting. It can be too the difference between like doing what's easy and doing what's right for you within this scenario as well. Like what you want, it may ask things of you. Like having that Knight of Pentacles there, this is something where when you take these steps, it asks consistency of you. It asks you to be deliberate with the steps that you're taking. It asks you to not give up and to continue and to keep moving forward, even if it's a slow process. Because, you know, Knight of Pentacles, it takes a while to build things up, and there can be a part of you that mentally stuff starts happening where you're like, maybe it doesn't matter how many steps I take, maybe this isn't going to end up working out. You know, it's just all of that stuff where like these aren't realities of this situation, but it's when the shadow pops up and that starts being fed into, and it can create that separation. So you can go into this when you're like in a pretty grounded space with yourself. You can know, this is what I want to do. I'm going to stick to this. And it reminds me of like having an apparition is kind of the feeling with the Seven of Swords, of like something ghoulish sort of coming through to dissuade you out of what it is that you know you want to be doing here, and then being tired of like having to work against this. But maybe that's also part of why this feels tiring. Like maybe there's a really big resistance to what's going on with the Seven of Swords, and maybe there's a different way that you can interact with this part of yourself that can make this easier. I'm also seeing Page of Swords, and I'm seeing the stars, so you can be like learning more about your journey. You can be learning more about healing. You can be trying to focus as well, to deliberately put your focus on your dreams and on your ideals as well, and knowing that this is something that's very much possible for you too. And I think as in you continuing to take these steps where it is motivated by union with self, the more that you're learning, the more that you're seeing, things actually are stable when you're doing that. Things actually, that harmony is multiplying when you're doing that you're actually on track for what you want, that this is what you want, and recognizing that that does come from the healed part of you, and saying it's going to be worth putting in the effort and taking these steps. Some of you too, you could be in the process of a bit of a transition here, and that can be something that it takes time, and it takes grounding, and it takes sort of getting into the right mental space to do this and to continue doing this. So taking the steps, resting when you need to rest, and continuing to tend to this investment of yours. Knight of Cups is about following your heart. Nine of Cups is about you really being on track. This is really what you want. This is very deeply connected with you, what you have going on. Seven of Pentacles is about what you're currently working on. This is a wish fulfillment that you're currently working on. And so, of course, it's going to be worth it. And then we have that Seven of Swords, which is that part of you that you can be learning more about now. That part of you that from a place of ignorance can potentially talk you out of what it is that you really want to be doing. The thing with the Seven of Swords is that this is our shadow, okay? So you have something that you're working on, and it takes a lot of faith and it takes a lot of courage. So Seven of Swords is something that can come through and sort of like shake you a little bit. It can attempt to undermine the faith that you have, because you have to have faith when you're doing a process like this. You have to have self-trust. You have to have self-belief. Like, I know what's right for me. I know what I want. I know that this is important to me, and I need to trust that. I need to believe that. So trust and truth is going to be the thing that undermines the Seven of Swords, so it's not getting in your own way here. But yeah, you can be feeling really tired of it. Like, I constantly feel like I'm in this battle with my mind, and then Seven of Wands is like having to dodge that, having to dance with that, having to work within that patiently and slowly, and working through this process that can feel very grueling mentally. There can be like a lot of your like shadow energy, or like your demons, whatever it is that you want to call it, that you feel like exhausted by working through this. And at the same time, you can be recognizing as well where what you want is and what that looks like, and also how if you get on the wrong train of thought, it can sort of like take that away or get in the way of that. You can be seeing how, I don't know, you can be seeing things that are connected with like sabotage. You can be seeing things that are connected with a lack of self-trust, with a lack of faith, with a lack of self-belief ultimately with Seven of Swords. Because Seven of Swords is that part of us that feels like, well, what if you put in all of that work and it doesn't work? Like, what if you fail, you know? So Seven of Swords comes up in a sneaky way, being like, maybe we should just give it up, or maybe we should just ruin it, because then at least like you'll say, well, I wasn't trying anyway, you know, so it doesn't matter, to your ego. So that's where this energy comes from. So you're learning more about that, about what that looks like and how that sort of works. And you know, at the end of the day, that is kind of BS, you know, the way that the Seven of Swords works, because it works from a place of ignorance. You know that if you really took this apart logically, you would look into this shadow here with the Seven of Swords and say, wow, I'm really terrified of failure. I'm terrified of allowing myself to want this and then losing it. Of like not being good enough, or not being able to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish here. So I think becoming interested in how your shadow works, I think investigating a bit and taking that apart, because when you get to the root of it, that is how you transmute it into light, consciousness, awareness. So the shadow will be like, maybe you shouldn't try right now. And really it's coming from that place of not wanting to fail and recognizing it. I have a fear of failure. So these can be moments where you really get to the catalyst of what sort of promotes your shadow to be coming up, what beliefs or trains of thought empower this sort of energy to be active within you, and getting to the bottom of it, seeing that and working with that too. So this is a time of immense self-revelation that's happening, and the reclamation of your energy and your mind. And so of course you're tired. Of course you feel like this is an exhausting dance at times. You can feel like you have to constantly be on your feet, like dodging this, moving that way, figuring this out, and ultimately not giving up, because this really is something that you want and it's worth it. So to keep taking those steps and to keep investing and to be patient, only to realize that this is something that really will come to fruition more and more fully with each step that you take. And recognizing that the Seven of Swords is not your intuition. It's not your intuition telling you to give up here. It's not your intuition like having you take some steps backwards here. It's something else that's going on. And recognizing that, recognizing the difference. So this is also something that's strengthening your discernment as well. I'm seeing Aquarius here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.